Getting started on this path with online business can be a long and sometimes tedious and even fruitless journey, especially if you're trying to venture out on your own, where you're trying to pick up all the pieces and understand all of the methods yourself by using various different ideas, references, videos, and anything that you can find using free resources with the likes of blogs, YouTube videos and so forth, anything that you can pretty much find online. It can be a long and arduous process, to say the least, and for many of us, myself included, ventured off in this path along the way. Now, you've many options that you can use if you want to get started. You can do what I did and try to piece all the things together, which is doable to some degree, but the problem with it is that yes, you will learn certain elements and certain tasks or skills, but the problem is as well is that there's a lot of misinformation available out there. While there is a lot of truths, there's also a lot of bad ideas and thought processes that are being processed, and as a result you can pick up a lot of bad habits. So whether you're trying to start an online business, whether you're creating a blog, a YouTube channel, online presence, anything in between, as such, you do need to build solid foundations. And the truth is if you're venturing out on your own, there's a very good chance that you won't be able to achieve those elements in a sufficient format if you're genuinely trying to do everything yourself. In some cases, to get the quickest results, you are going to need help. There's no ifs or buts about it. It wasn't until late in my journey, when I was trying to piece things together, that I came across a number of different platforms, some of which I managed to learn certain elements from, but at the same time still left me with a lot more questions than answers. And I'm sure many of you have thought the same way. But there are a few platforms out there that do come along every so often that will teach you all of the elements that you do need to know and understand. Now, take from it what you will. If it's something that you want to venture into and you're willing to spend the money on it and you have money to invest, then from a beginner perspective, had I known this looking back, I would have ventured into it sooner. But even with that being said, if you do decide to spend money on platforms, which one of them I'm about to show you, just know that you do have to put the work in, because if you don't, no amount of money that you spend on these platforms, being part of all these groups, is really going to help you see any level of success. You only get out of it what you're willing to put in, and if you don't do the work, you ain't going to get the results, plain and simple. And just know that, even as a disclaimer with this, even if you do follow all of these methods that people will show you in these platforms, there are still no guarantees that you're going to reach the level of success that you're going to look for. Not everybody will achieve that level of success. For every 1,000 people that set out on this journey, maybe only 10 of them will ever see success. That's the reality, either through various different reasons, whether people quit, whether they don't know what they're really doing, if they don't follow along with the training or methods being taught. But even sometimes if you do that, there's still always that slim chance that things just won't work out for you, for whatever reason. People just may not like your voice, they may not like the way you write or create content, the niche that you're in could be oversaturated, or just in general case, depending on the platforms that you're using, sometimes your videos or content just might not be promoted to the right types of people that are looking for what it is that you can offer. And unfortunately, that just happens. It's way out beyond your control. But as long as you do follow the right path and you do follow the basic fundamentals of what these platforms will teach you, it will put you on the right path to at least give you some sort of a chance at seeing success. And if you do achieve it, you can achieve it much quicker with help from professionals and individuals that have done these things before, rather than trying to do it yourself. One of these platforms that I mentioned here in this video is a platform by the name of LaunchU, which originally was known as the Six Figure Mentors. I have done previous videos on this platform. If you want to check them out, I'll leave links below. Essentially what LaunchU is, it's an updated version of the Six Figure Mentors. It's been rebranded to update it to a more modern context, to try and give people even more access or entry into the realm of online business, and primarily with creating your own affiliate marketing businesses. So everything in here, like in the previous video that I mentioned with the Six Figure Mentors, they can allow you to follow along with very in-depth training and useful resources, tips and valuable pieces of information that will help you to start your journey whichever way or format that you choose to operate with. Whether you're wanting to launch a blog, whether you're wanting to create a YouTube channel, or both even. If you're wanting to set up or create a social media presence, if you want to create like an e-commerce or dropshipping store, they have all of the elements inside of here that will show you exactly what it is that you need to do, with many different training videos and resources, with loads of downloadable files that you can use to help you get started on the platform itself. They also have access to a massive community. There's a humongous community here that will provide you with everything pretty much that you need in order to get started. Now, this is just but one of many other platforms that are available online, and there's many out there that can suit different types of dynamics. It really just depends on your own preferences. It really just depends on what you want out of the situation and what it is that you're trying to achieve. But there are elements in here that can show you exactly what you need to do, how to set up your own online business, what type of business do you want to set up, even breaking it down to different niche types. There are various different programs to help you get started, literally from the ground up, all the way through to the likes of more profitable kind of business types, where you can set up, like I mentioned, e-commerce stores, and they'll walk you through the process, and you will have different types of group meetings and calls that you can get involved with different group members that have already done much of what it is that you're looking to do in order to get started. It really just depends on your own preferences as such, really, at the end of the day. So they do have access to a variety of different categories, workshops, challenges. They even have their own certification system inside, so you can go through many of the complimentary training modules that will teach you everything that you need to know, from email marketing, e-commerce, digital marketing, copywriting, keyword research, social media, how to create your own funnels in order to, again, make sales and to get more people onto your email lists. Pretty much everything that you can think of to create an online business is covered here in detail. But it really just depends, again, on your own preferences and what it is that you want or need. With that being said, in order to gain access to many of these exclusive elements, you do have to be a paying member of the LaunchU platform to access everything that is available. And they do have different pricing tiers that starts off from a basic fundamental level and work their way up to different categories. Now, in saying that, that's where it comes down to like the pricing structure, because the truth is if you have limited to no budget, this won't be the platform for you, because it is very expensive to literally get signed up and to get started with. It starts off from as little as, say, $99 or $97 per month, and gradually it'll work its way up, where you will have to pay different types of fees depending on the various tiers and plans that are on offer. But again, with each of those tiers, you will gain access to different resources. You will gain access to many of the community insights, members, even one-on-one calls with some of the more professional and long-term members that will teach you everything that you need to know in order to get started on whatever it is that you're trying to do. And they will try to help you where they can in order to complete the tasks necessary for you to start seeing some level of traction or success. And while it does have many beginner elements, ideally it's really only for those that can afford to do so. If you can't, and you're just coming into this and you genuinely have very little budget, like I said, this may not be the platform for you, even though it does have some really unique and worthwhile elements that can teach you what it is that you need to know to help you get started. There's still that caveat that being able to pay the monthly fees can be somewhat of a turn off for most people. Like I said, it won't be for everybody, but it does have everything in here. Like, it will show you pretty much everything that you need to know. It will walk you through the process of how to set up your websites, how to create blogs, how to write blog posts, how to get your articles and content to rank online on search engines, how to utilize keyword research and SEO practices to get your content to rank, how to create business type YouTube channels that you can use to complement your written content. That can also help to elevate your outreach to, again, build your brand and just get more people to subscribe to your email list and so forth. Everything that you pretty much need is in here, but like I said, it does come at a cost. So it really just depends on your own preferences, your own style, what it is that you're looking to do, what you're wanting to achieve. The resources in here will show you exactly what it is that you can do and how you can actually do that. And even with the interface that's inside, it does make it very easy to find everything that you're looking for. So you can separate everything by the likes of different categories, whether you want to start learning SEO, whether you want to do Facebook advertising, whether you want to do Google ads, whether you want to learn script writing, branding, because the majority of the elements in here will teach you how to set up different processes and how to get used to understanding organic reach reach, but also utilising paid ad structures with the likes of Facebook and Google ads, YouTube ads and so forth, so that you can get more eyes on your content and expose your brand to more people that could potentially be more interested in what it is that you're looking to do and what you can help them with. More to the point, again, they do have access to a large engaging community with a multitude of different resources, regular weekly live meetings and calls, even one-on-one calls as well, that will provide you with all of the information that you need to help you get started. So if you are on the fence about wanting to get started, mind you, if you do have a budget and you can afford to pay in for platforms like these, then it is something that you can look at. But ideally, if you have no budget to get started with, you would be best to wait until you can acquire some level of resources or even put some money together before you decide to invest in these type of platforms, because again, they can get quite expensive quite quickly, and especially with the monthly expenses. But they do give you access to all of the tools and resources inside that will help you get started, but some of them will require some additional costs to access various features and so forth. But like I said, it really just depends on your own preferences, so you can take a look at it and see what you think for yourself. It will help many that are serious about wanting to start an online business, while it may not be for some, but it really just depends on your own preferences. But at the end of the day, that is up to you. Nobody else can make those decisions for you. But even if this platform isn't for you, there are many other alternatives, and really good alternatives online, which I actually have covered on the channel, that will also teach you very similar styles and have different pricing points that may be more suitable to you if you're wanting to get started. So if you do want to find out more about those type of platforms, you can check out the link to the playlist below, where I have covered a lot more information on many other platforms. They may be good alternatives, so you can at least see what you think for yourself, to understand the various means and attributes of what it takes to set up an online business. Or if you think that LaunchU could be the platform for you, you can give it a try and see what you think. Even if you do sign up to the monthly subscription, you can cancel at any time, so you could try it for a couple of months and see what you think, and then if you feel like it's not for you, you can cancel. So it really just is what you make of it, really, at the end of the day. But you will learn a lot from it if you do put the work in and you follow along with the tutorials and guides and information that is inside. You will be able to gain a good grasp of what it takes to set all of the preferences up to start an online business in the first place. So you will learn a lot from it, but it really just depends on, like I said, the amount of work that you're willing to put in. But that is up to you at the end of the day. But if you are interested, you can take a look, or if not, like I mentioned, you can check out the playlist below in the description for other alternatives to this that you can also check out, so you can make a decision for yourself. And I will see you all in the next one.